Okay guys, so we just finished up this build for a customer of ours, and there's a lot of flexibility, a lot of cool features to this one. So this setup utilizes the Lindex Nicken CNC 180 rotary table. The guys over at Lindex are a very key partner of ours, and we build fixtures like this on a very regular basis for these tables. Super accurate, very rigid, and they integrate straight to the Akuma machining center. You know, when this customer came to us, they wanted something high volume, but they also wanted to add a lot of flexibility to their machining center. And so we're utilizing the 5th Axis RockLock system to give them flexibility for mounting a variety of tooling. They can orient these vices in whatever direction they want. So we got a few different examples here. These RockLocks are on the 52mm platform. And so each one of these vices has 5th Axis full studs on the bottom of them that allow them to mount to these RockLock bases. So first off, we have a 5th Axis B562 with some custom jaws that we developed here for a customer recently. We figured it'd be a good example to show you. So, you know, in one station you can have some custom made to order jaws. In the next station you can have some serrated grippers that we have here on this Jurgens vise. And then you can use a smaller vise with dovetail grippers or additional serrations. Again, we have a V75-100X with custom jaws, and then V75-100X with serrated dovetail jaws. Okay, and then down here, we have a shunt KSC3 vise with custom jaws that we 3D printed just to show as an example. We built a lot of custom jaws here at our facility for weirdly shaped castings and forgings. So we wanted to show some of those examples. And then we have a smaller Jurgens vise here with the same serrated grippers. And what's nice about these RockLocks is that not only can I mount a variety of this tooling, but I can orient it in whatever direction that I want. So let's say for this job, you know, I really want to be machining in this direction where the lead screw is. And on the next, it's really advantageous if I have it flipped 90 degrees. And with a very simple rotation and a reactuation of the lead screw inside the RockLock, I'm up and running with that new direction. So a system like this, you know, it has 4 sides, so you can mount a ton of parts to a setup like this. But also, it gives you a ton of flexibility if you're still at high mix shop that needs to run, you know, a different part today than you were yesterday. Then this really has it all. Additionally, we have the TS1200 hydraulic braking system here on the end, and what this does is keeps the entire system very rigid during machining. So if you think about it, you know, if I'm machining out here 5-6 inches away from the faceplate of the rotary table, there might be some leverage issues that come into play during machining, some deflection. And so this hydraulic braking system runs right off of the tailstock port inside of the CNC 180. That way, when the air brake clamps here, we clamp here on the other end. And this is, again, just going to maintain really solid rigidity during machining. On these 4-sided setups, I get a question a lot. How are my parts going to swing? There's not a lot of clearance, right? This is a low center height rotary table. So how are my parts going to swing 360? And in those cases, we supply a precision ground riser block to raise everything up and give you that clearance that you need for your parts. You know, this whole setup is on a base plate. Reason for that is, again, you know, this customer wanted to be really efficient. And so what this allows them to do is if they need to take the whole setup out to run a regular 3-axis setup in their Akuma, then they can do that with precision and speed. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. We're about to ship this out for the customer, and hopefully they're going to be, you know, up and running in the next couple weeks. And reach out to us if you're interested.